You are greater than you know. Quote by an ancient aphorism. Here's the summary. Consciousness is all of your awareness of the moment, plus all that you have ever known or experienced, plus all that you don't even know that you know. Consciousness, subconsciousness, superconsciousness. ID, ego, superego. These are but the terms we use to describe the elusive substance of our non-physical being. Who am I? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Who am I? I can conceive of myself as being separate from my physical body. I have a physical body, and I am not just my physical body. Likewise, my emotions are separate from me. I have emotions such as love, hate, and anger, but I am more than just these emotions. Now I can take my physical body and my emotions and set these aside. Still, there is something left. So who am I? Perhaps I am my consciousness, and yet I do exist in the sleep state, often without consciousness. So who am I? I can think of no more frustrating and perplexing task than to think on this question. It seems unfair that a question so simple to ask can be so hard to answer. We will look at the 3 levels of consciousness and how each functions. Through understanding these levels, we are able to and do create all that we experience. Thus, the knowledge of these levels, conscious, subconscious, superconscious, is the key to success, whatever that may be for you. And perhaps through understanding and using these levels, we will find the answer to the question, who am I? The most familiar of the levels of the consciousness is the conscious level. It is the ordinary state of mind when you are awake. You are at your conscious level as you listen to these words, as you eat or do your daily chores. Many people in the world think that the conscious level is all that there is. In fact, it is only a very, very small part of your being. The conscious level of your mind has 2 main functions. Number 1, it directs your attention, and number 2, it gives orders to the other levels. In other words, the conscious level is the boss of the organization. He is the foreman that says, look over here, and now this is exactly what I want done. Thus, all that you do, every plan that you make, every goal you set, every action you do, begins under the direction of conscious effort. In fact, it begins with attention. From the numerous sights, sounds, smells, and sensations that surround you every moment, you select those which fit into the pattern of your attention at that moment. Seated in a busy restaurant, you may choose to hear the banging and clatter of the dishes from the kitchen, or you may concentrate on the words of your companion. In each case, the other sounds are regulated to the fringe of your consciousness. They exist only as part of the background noise. So it is when listening to a speaker or reading a book. You select only those ideas which tend to fit in with your ideas about that subject. Perhaps you have experienced this. You have a new interest, such as flying. Suddenly, you will begin to notice articles in the paper or a comment on TV, or you'll hear someone mention something related to flying or planes. Notice how your whole world has become interested in flying. Has the world changed? No. There are probably the same proportion of references to flying in the paper and on TV as always. Only now your attention has a different focus. We hear exactly what we want to hear is the truth. We perceive what we want to perceive.